If your water heater has suddenly stopped making hot water, or if your house is running out of hot water quicker than it used to, then a bad heating element is very likely the cause. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a multimeter to quickly and easily test that heating element. And if it is bad, it's easy to replace. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to replace a bad heating element. Let's get started. So the heating elements are under these covers right here. So simple to get to. There's just one screw you need to remove. Now obviously it's important you don't work around electrical stuff that's energized. So we're going to turn the power off, but I always like to play double safe and make sure my tester is working. And since it's beeping, it is working and it will detect electricity. So now at my breaker panel, I will turn off the water heater breaker, and this way I can work safely. But again, before I continue working, I'm going to make sure there's absolutely no power. So under these covers, you've got a thermostat and you've got a heating element. This is the heating element right here. Thermostat and heating element. If you've got a standard size water heater, you're typically going to have two of these. Some water heaters will only have one. And these plastic covers will just pop off. You saw mine fall off. That's because I've had this open before and they didn't get snapped on, but you just pop those off to access what you need. So the way we're going to test this heating element is by checking the resistance of the heating element. And to do that, we check the resistance across the two screws of the heating element. And to get an accurate reading, we've got to disconnect at least one of the wires from the heating element. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect both of them. So again, we have verified there's no electricity on, so we can do this safely. So we'll disconnect those. While I'm at it, I will disconnect the lower one. Okay, my heating elements are rated at 4,500 watts. You can get the rating off the heating element. It's right here. And you need that because I'll tell you what the resistance should be. So for a 4,500 watt heating element, the resistance should be about 13 ohms. For a 3,500 watt heating element, it should be about 16.5 ohms. And for a 2,500 watt heating element, it should be about 23 ohms. Okay, so to test the resistance, use your multimeter, you set it on the ohm setting, and then we're just going to touch these across the two screws. Okay, we've got an open load. That means there's no continuity from one screw to the next. That is an indication of a bad heating element. So we know that this upper heating element is bad. Let's go ahead and check the lower one. Again, just touch your probes to the two screws. Okay, 12.8, 12.7 ohms, exactly what it should be. So this heating element is good. But we do need to replace this upper heating element. Okay, so to replace this heating element, we've got to drain some water out of the water heater to get it below the level of the heating element. So to drain the water, you've got to have the power off. We already do. You never want to have the water down below the heating element with power on. That will destroy the heating element instantly. So we know that the power is off. I'm going to turn the water off. We're going to hook a hose up to the water heater, run it outside for a few minutes, and then we'll be able to remove this heating element and put a new one in. Okay, so now with the water off to the water heater, to drain it, we just need to hook this hose up to the drain. Open the drain valve. On this one, you need a screwdriver. A lot of them have a handle similar to an outside water faucet. Then once this is open, the water heater has to be able to pull air in order for the water to drain out. So you can open up a hot water faucet in the house, or you can open up your relief valve here, and that will allow the water to drain out of the water heater. Okay, so the water's draining. You may ask, how do you know when you've drained enough water to where you can remove this? There's really no way to know until you start removing it. If you start removing it and water starts coming out, then you know you haven't drained enough water. I'm going to let it drain for about 10 minutes and I think we'll be safe. So we're going to let this go and we'll be back momentarily. Okay, it's been at least 10 minutes. I'm sure the water level is well below the heating element. So we're going to shut the water flow off and we're going to remove this heating element and replace it. So to remove a heating element from the water heater, you need a 1.5-inch socket or a wrench that's specifically made for heating elements. And you're just going to put this over the heating element. You're going to put a screwdriver in and you're going to turn it. Okay, I've broken it loose. I'm going to watch for water. Okay. Here's my heating element. It looks intact, but it is bad, as we showed. Here's my new heating element. It does have a rubber gasket. I always like to put a little Teflon tape or pipe thread. I've got Teflon tape today, so we're going to wrap some of that around the threads and then we'll get this in. Okay, you always want to start these by hand and actually want to check the threads, make sure they're in good shape. They are, and they're clean. So you just slide this in, make sure it's turning easily so you can make sure it's not cross-threaded. I'll finish hand tightening it with the wrench and then we'll snug it up with the screwdriver. You don't want to get it so tight you risk cracking the water heater tank. That would be a disaster, but you want it pretty snug. You obviously don't want it to leak. Then we're going to reconnect the wires. And it does not matter which wire goes on which screw. Make sure you get the connections fairly tight. So what I recommend before replacing the cover is turn the water on, let the water heater fill up, watch around the new heating element for a few minutes, make sure there's no water trickling out. Once you verified that, replace the cover, turn the power on, and you're done. It seems like the water quit running into the water heater. So to make sure it's completely full before I turn the power on, I want to open a faucet inside the house. So we're getting air, and until we get a full stream of water, I'm not going to turn the power back on. Okay, we're getting some dirty water. Okay, we're getting a good solid stream of water. So now I can be confident that the water heater's full and we can turn the power back on. Okay, so the water heater's filled back up. It's been full for a few minutes. I'm not seeing any water around this heating element, so we're going to go ahead and close it up. You just need to snap this plastic cover in place, put the insulation back in, put this cover on. I can find the hole. There we go. So that's how you test and replace a heating element on a water heater. It'll take you 10 to 20 minutes and it can certainly save you from calling a plumber. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I really appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful day.